Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A new mandate will require individuals to get the COVID-19 vaccine to work for certain occupations. Also tonight, new recommendations by the CDC are being considered by CHCC. And those who have a business affected by COVID-19 will soon receive some helpful tips. We tell you how. In sports, these high school classrooms have sandy and wet floors. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Our new McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets are just the right amount of spicy. A small to medium Sprite kind of spicy. Let's get a McFlurry after this kind of spicy. But if you get the mighty hot sauce, it's a napkins up for foreheads now kind of spicy. This came from McDonald's kind of spicy? Because our Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of spicy. Unless you remember what I said about the sauce. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
A meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Choco Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, Garapan.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, February 15th, 2021, and a happy President's Day to everyone. Any employee working at the CNMI's borders will soon be required to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Here are the details. An emergency meeting has been called for Friday, February 19th by the Commonwealth Ports Authority Chairwoman Kimberly King-Hines to vote in a mandate for the COVID-19 vaccine if you work for CPA.
Under normal circumstances, we probably wouldn't be having a discussion about adopting a policy that would mandate vaccination, but these are unprecedented times, and obviously you can't get any more front of the line than CPA in terms of the border. And at some point in time, we're going to have to aggressively work towards opening the borders and getting the economy back open. And the only way that we can do that safely at this point in time is to ensure that we create herd immunity, and that's through basically getting everybody vaccinated.
Hines says once the board votes and passes the mandate, it will require every single employee that works for CPA on all 3 islands to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
All CPA employees, whether you're working as a law enforcement or you're working in the office, and you're going to have to do it, because obviously, even though you're not law enforcement or you're not at the front line, you're intermingling, with other employees, and so the only way that we can keep you safe, we can keep everybody safe, is by ensuring that that you're vaccinated.
The meeting will be at 3 p.m. Friday in the airport fire station at the Saipan International Airport. Governor Torres stated last week that he will also be mandating that all government employees get the COVID-19 vaccine. The Centers for Disease Control has released new recommendations stating those who have been fully vaccinated against the coronavirus can skip quarantine if they are exposed to someone infected with the virus. But CHCC CEO Esther Muñoz says this does not apply to everyone. She says this is for those who work in healthcare and are having difficulty in staffing in quarantine areas, and is geared toward more populated areas that have the virus.
So the CDC guidelines, if you look at if you read the entire guidelines, it's specifically, it's trying to address the health system, looking at the workforce, the staffing. So those guidelines are there as an option for health systems that are having difficulty in staffing quarantine areas. So those guidelines also list criteria to meet that.
Individuals must have both shots with at least 2 weeks that have passed since the second shot so that immunity has been built. But this isn't something the CNMI is just going to jump into. Muñoz says they will look into it as consideration, but not for travelers into the CNMI, as they will still need to undergo the quarantine protocols that are still in place.
They've issued that guidance, and again, I think that the main purpose of that is to relieve some burden of the health system and the quarantine site. And for us to do that, again, our health system will be burdened even more if we just loosen the protocols without having actual evidence-based data. So we want to make sure that when we make changes, that it is appropriate for this population, for this health system, and that's what we're going to be guiding ourselves with.
Last week wrapped up with 12,970 vaccines given in the CNMI. 8,486 received the first dose, and 4,484 received the first and second dose. Muñoz says around 6,000 doses are left for the month of February. The CNMI Department of Labor is hosting a webinar workshop for businesses and employers whose employees have been laid off due to the effects of the coronavirus. The workshop will be February 25th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. through Zoom, where DOL, in conjunction with the Saipan Chamber of Commerce and the Office of the Governor, will present information on initiatives, programs, workforce data, and more to the CNMI business community.
It's going to be virtual, and we're talking about working through the pandemic, what happens after the pandemic. So we'll have that out as far as the registration information and what type of information we will have to disseminate at that workshop.
The Zoom ID is tinyurl.com/CNMI FEB 2021. Individuals who qualify for the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance may apply for the second round starting tomorrow, February 16th, through the online portal, hiremarianas.com, or in person at DOL office for those whose last name begins with the letter A through H. The 17th annual Tinian Hot Pepper Festival happened over the weekend. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
6, count down 10, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hundreds of people were on the beautiful island of Tinian last weekend for the famous Pika Festival. The festival was kicked off with a fishing derby and a 65K bike race early Saturday morning. It ended with the well-known hot pepper eating competition. Ricardo Carrozca, a U.S. Navy Seabee, was the champion for the males.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have a winner. Do we have a winner? And don't forget the 3W. Watch your distance, wear your face cover, wash your hands.
The following day, booths opened up and more activities came into play. There was a canoe race, Estafao Pika cooking, umang race, tug of war, and a JC Cafe Pikalicious burger eating contest. This was the first public event of the year since COVID hit the CNMI, but MVA's managing director assured the public that all protocols were followed.
And there you have it,
Coming up, what are your thoughts on the last and current president? KSPN gets some answers from the community. More on this after the break.
For your smiles, they give me endless pride. For our shared moments, that become an endless treasure. And when I've taught you everything I know, I promise to always be here to watch you grow. You've got endless potential, son.
Access all you'll ever need, giving you endless data on your favorite social apps.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking, Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
The Tan Soo Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Do you have the flexibility to work out between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m.? At Gold's Gym, we call this off-peak, and it can save you money. Short-term, daytime memberships on sale now, just $59 per month, and gets you access to the biggest and cleanest fitness center on island. Get yourself healthy and strong. Check out Gold's Gym today.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Schools and offices were closed today, but the beaches were packed. Our Sally Lemus was at the scene getting some comments about President's Day.
Today, we take a moment to remember the presidents of the United States and appreciate all they've done for America. The incumbent Joe Biden has only been in office for less than a month, but he has supporters from thousands of miles away. In honor of President's Day, what can you say about our current president, Joe Biden?
I'd say so far he's doing good for his first act. I like that he actually gave us a third, or maybe not third stimulus, but a stimulus for this year, and it's more than what we'd expect. I appreciate that.
Who would you rather prefer as president, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Joe Biden.
Can you tell us why?
It's probably best for another leader to run for presidency. So I hope Joe Biden does a good job for this year.
The current president is an awesome leader. I admire him for his honesty and for his love for the country.
Former President Donald Trump served 4 years in office. Folks share what they thought of his presidency.
Donald Trump, I would say he was a good president. He actually did a lot. I was thankful that he was the reason that we got our second stimulus. I'm really thankful for Donald Trump for the past years he's been our president. He did an amazing job being as the president towards us and the rest of the people in the world.
There's not really much to say because he's done a lot for us for the time that he was president. So I'm not really into politics, but yeah, I'm all for whoever's the next president.
You know, I don't want to be very nasty. I don't really care for him.
So you're happy that Joe Biden is our president?
I'm happy. My heart goes all the way to Joe Biden. And I pray for him daily.
Donald Trump was recently acquitted by the U.S. Senate in his second impeachment trial. One guy we met was hoping he'd get the boot, and we asked why. What did you think about when they were trying to impeach Donald Trump? Did you support that?
Oh yeah, I support it very much because I didn't get my stimulus. Happy President's Day! CNMI!
Happy President's Day, CNMI!
Happy President's Day, CNMI.
I'm Sally Limis for KSPN News.
Thank you, Sally. On Guam, some online gambling during work hours has senators cracking down on airport police officers. KUAM has this story.
Hafaday Sinamai, I'm Tyler Matsinani. Here's what's making news on Guam. With the recent termination of an airport police officer who admitted to gambling online and on duty, Senator Joanne Brown is doubling down on efforts to crack down on corruption. Sabrina Salas Matsinani reports.
I think, we're just seeing a greater trend. I mean, a lot of our people are fed up with being fed up.
It was Senator Joanne Brown who received an anonymous call about an incident in December alleging 6 airport police officers and a supervisor were gambling during work hours and using computers and exchanging cash. She passed the information over to Airport Oversight Chair Senator Amanda Shelton, who in turn requested GIAA Executive Manager John Kanata for more information. As reported, one airport police officer has been terminated and has since filed an appeal with the Civil Service Commission. According to the documents obtained by KUAM, that airport police officer is Jericho Santos. Santos was turned on to a gambling app from a police officer. He then started his own online poker group called Jack 10 and recruited almost 250 active members, which included other airport police officers, security guards, airport firefighters, Guam police officers, Guam firefighters, Guam National Guardsmen, Superior Court marshals, and business people. Santos admitted he and his agents made an estimated $120,000 or more in cash collectively, and that he would receive $5,000 to $7,000 per week.
I think people are getting tired of seeing the lack of services and responsiveness they'd like to see from our government. And then we hear stories like this, where you have law enforcement officers that have a responsibility while they're on duty to ensure that they're performing their duties. I think we have an expectation for that. And that to find out that, they're not only they're not performing their duties, they're engaging in activities that would be considered under our current law illegal. I mean, last time I checked, last time the people of Guam voted on this issue, they didn't vote to support gambling on Guam.
Senator Brown is hoping to see a new committee formed in the Guam legislature. She says she had a meeting with Speaker Therese Terlahi and Senator Tello Taitagui a few weeks ago to create a legislative committee on corruption. The committee would accept information from the community, and a process would be established on how to evaluate that information.
Have that committee review and determine the appropriate course of action so that our people know that there is a process in place, so that if they do have a complaint, they know how that process is going to be vetted and where it's going to go, and certainly have other members of the legislature that will be on this committee to help determine how to proceed and how to evaluate the information.
Senators, in the meantime, do have their authority to conduct oversight hearings over their respective government agencies and departments, but a legislative committee on corruption would ensure the people also have a seat at the table.
We do recognize separation of powers. We understand that. But at the same time, we certainly have an obligation to ensure that we review these issues. And obviously, this particular circumstance is shown very clearly that there's a need to do that. There's a need to do that in our government.
Stay informed 24/7 by checking out KUAM.com or downloading the KUAM News app available for iOS or Android. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matsinani.
Coming up, boys beach volleyball set seeds for the big tournament. KSPN2 Sports had to go back to the beach again.
The newest in entertainment lets you do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus. Watch your favorite live and local channels, stream movies and shows on TV, on your phone, and on your tablet. right from your Docomo Pacific Wi-Fi. No more wires, no more cable boxes. Now with the best price. Do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Did you know CNMI's coral reefs and seagrass ecosystems are worth about $115 million a year? Coral reefs alone are valued over $100 million a year. All the more reason these precious ecosystems must continue to be protected. Coral reefs are important to the people of the CNMI because they provide traditional and subsistence uses, production of commercial food products, recreational opportunities for a healthy tourist economy, and physical protection from storms. Do not break or collect coral to take home with you. We need them. Corals are living animals, and it takes decades to create reef structures. Planting trees, grass, and shrubs on bare soil helps prevent sediment from entering our oceans. Trees also help fight climate change. Use a rain barrel and collect water from roofs, yards, and paved surfaces. You can help keep storm water on your property and pollutants out of waterways by building a rain garden. The ocean floor isn't a dance floor. Stepping on corals can break them. Maintain buoyancy when snorkeling or diving. Nutrients from excess fertilizer increases algae growth that blocks sunlight to corals. Coral reefs need clean, clear water to survive. Help keep our beaches litter-free. Always take out your own trash and a little bit more. Anchor in sandy areas away from coral and seagrass or use mooring buoys so the anchor and chain do not drag on nearby corals. Reduce, reuse, rethink, repair, refuse, recycle. Do not feed the fish. Do not take or step on coral. Do not collect shells. Do not fish. Help with local tree planting community events, local beach cleanups, and get involved in protecting your watershed. Participate in training or education programs that focus on reef ecology. You can make a difference. Please contact Mina to get involved in community conservation.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live. Buenas sports fans. Bueno, sports fans, Saipan exploded this weekend, same as it does every mid-February. President's Day weekend, unofficial start for Saipan sports and our best weather. Golf, tennis, beach volleyball, softball, outrigger canoeing, all going on this weekend. We'll get to all of that eventually, but today we're going to start with the explosion.
So today's the first day. It's good to see all the kids here. We're practicing with 3 W's, and the kids are doing great. Everyone's all happy.
Interscholastic sports is back bigger than ever before. Outrigger Canoe Day opened up on Saturday morning. The public school system made a major change in the last couple of years that resulted in a drastic difference. Most importantly, hiring a full-time athletic director, which led to the partnering up with local federations to stage the competitions.
So the Volleyball Federation, and with the federation it would be the Northern Marianas Paddling Sports Federation, headed by the president, which is Justin Andrew. And they've done a great job, and we've worked closely with Nick and the other clubs, include Marianas Outrigger Club, Saipan Paddling Club, NAPU, and of course NPP, and coaches from all the other clubs, including Eddie Johnson's team. They've all showed up, and they really represented. They've been practicing hard.
Call it a win-win situation.
We're really lucky to have the kids. We have great weather. We're lucky to live in a tropical environment, and with sports, especially the water sports, the ocean is our playground. So it's a great opportunity to represent and have the kids compete. They are our future.
Commissioner of Education Dr. Alfred Atta visited to express mutual appreciation.
And everything, and Nick has done a great job.
Thank you to all the volunteers.
Commissioner, collaboration.
It's a labor of love. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much to all the volunteers.
Seeing all this made the commissioner wax poetic.
This collaboration of love, wow, there's no other. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, everyone is so, they're competing, but they're like out to get the gold, the prize, the money, whatever it is, but it's so intrinsic,
The way I see it, they're all on different teams, but they're all on the same team. Saipan team.
Yeah, exactly.
Simultaneously, PSS was having its boys' high school beach volleyball league. KSPN2 Sports had to tough it out, driving from one beach to another beach. Oh, what a job. I feel like a beach bum. These kids are no bums, especially Mount Carmel. Saturday morning, MCS1 in the near court. They lose the point when SIS1 goes outside the block on the line. But like every other team so far, SIS1 fell to MCS1. They finished the round robin play at 9-0, 21-12 the final here. SIS2 on the left, GCA on the right. Eagles called for an illegal hit, point for the Geckos. Geckos retaliate. Oh, fear the Gecko. Gecko power on display. Eagles got power tools too, like a booming surge. Oh, the trickeration. Uh-oh, too tricky. Fooled your own team. GCA gets the last laugh, 21-15. MHS Dolphins 3 in the house. Yeah, beach house. Bad break for ACS. The ball rolls on top of the net and falls the wrong way for them. Uh-oh, Dolphins didn't protect their house, and they let Agape Christian School win this one 21-17. Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735.
Our weather report: today's high was 87, the low 74 at my house, 66% humidity. Tomorrow, partly sunny, some isolated showers, seas winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, high 86, low 77, seas 6 to 8 feet out there. Sunrise 6:42, high tide at 10:51, a low tide 5:21, and 1 hour later, sunset. And that is your news, sports, and weather on this beautiful President's Day. Hope you enjoy the rest of it, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday evening. Thank you for watching.